So I'm sitting here like, hold up. Did I just watch the best Love is Blind reunion episode ever? No, that is not what I just watched. Let's talk about it.
Roxiie says we're gonna talk about it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxiie with Roxiie Says, and we're gonna talk about it today. We are reviewing Love is Blind Season 8, the reunion episode, okay? I mean, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. We got to a little bit of tea, we got a little bit of details, so let's get right into it. But before we do, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you are made aware every time I post a new video. But before we get started, I just have to thank y'all for rocking out with me this season. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. A lot of y'all are new here, so you don't know, but every Love is Blind reunion, I always like to give y'all a word of encouragement and motivation because y'all do that for me every single day. You have no idea, okay? So I just want to tell y'all this because I see a lot of y'all's comments. If you have a channel that you want to start, if you have a dream that you're working on, get started. Get started. Things don't have to be perfect. You don't need to have what the next person has. Don't doubt yourself. It might seem weird and awkward in the beginning. Trust me, I know exactly how that feels, okay? But I have to let you know that you got this. You got this. Learn more about your craft. Put yourself out there. Stay consistent. You got it. I believe in you, and thank you all for showing up and believing in me, all right? Now, before I start tearing up like I always do, let's get into this reunion episode, all right? So the episode opens up with a montage of all of the entertaining moments from the past seasons over the last 5 years. Like a begging ass ex trying to remind us of why we used to love them. We don't love you no more. You messed it up this season. We don't love you anymore. Child, then they said they have a surprising new love connection and a musical guest. Now, y'all really spent a coin on the music this season, and it didn't help much. Just hire me for the next season. I'll do the songs for you. Damn, okay? I got you covered. So now they're introducing everyone, and the way that Daniel planted that kiss on Taylor when they first came out, I said, okay, these two are obviously still together. We see Devon and Virginia come out separately, and like many of y'all said in the comments when I posted those reunion reveals, there is no way that these two got back together based on the difference in their outfits. Baby, Virginia looked bomb. Virginia looked absolutely gorgeous. She is definitely my best dress for the night. I did like Sarah, Taylor, and Lauren's dresses as well. Well, Taylor had on like a jumpsuit. And I give runner up to Meg because Meg looked really, really good in that blue. Worst dress for the ladies goes to, let's say it all together, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Madison. Exactly, baby girl. What was that? What was that? Anyway, best dress for the men, definitely Daniel. And the facial hair is a nice touch. I like it. The other guys are cool, but Devon and Dave are tied for absolutely worst dress. Horrible. So Nick and Vanessa, they start off by congratulating Daniel and Taylor on their marriage. They do look extremely happy. So they say that their last year of marriage has been absolutely amazing. And we see Taylor joke about low-key calling Daniel a stalker. She like, he'd be following me, then he'd be unfollowing me. You know how that went, all right? Clearly, they have gotten past it, but they say that they're best friends and they can authentically be themselves all the time and they don't have to be perfect. They also love that the qualities that made them fall in love in the pods are now being experienced out of the pods as well. So you know how they do. They gave us a little montage of the couple over the past year, but unfortunately, we learned that Daniel is a liar. He is a liar because he did not get that Chick-fil-A tattoo on his inner lip to match Taylor's Taco Bell tattoo on her inner lip, okay? But he says that he did get a tattoo of Taylor's eyes on his chest because he says the first thing that he noticed about her during the reveal was her eyes. So he has her eyes tatted on his chest, okay? We later see them talk about spending their first Christmas together, and unfortunately, Daniel's mom was diagnosed with leukemia, but thankfully, she is now cancer-free. Amen to that, and she is preparing for a bone marrow transplant. I wish her a safe surgery and a speedy recovery, okay? But they let us know that their families have really meshed together well, so well that Daniel's dad has been staying with Taylor's brother since he lives closer to the hospital where Daniel's mom is receiving her treatment at. And we learned that they also just bought their first home, so congratulations to the happy couple, all right? During the episode, Nick and Vanessa decide to list the top 5 Love is Blind moments, all right? They dragged this out through the entire episode, so what we gonna do, we gonna go through it all right here. 5, Chelsea says that she looks like Megan Fox. Now, this was a moment. This definitely was a moment, but y'all should have added the T-Rex run that she did at the reveal. That would have been the cherry on top. 4, Garrett's blow up. Remember Garrett and Taylor? He grew his hair out and he somehow made the list. This is a travesty, okay? I liked his hair, but definitely not top 5 worthy. What y'all doing over there? Y'all have so much to choose from. You pick Garrett, Next, 3, Laura checking Jeremy for lying about where he was when she saw his location. Remember, he thought that he was slick by hiding his phone in a bush somewhere, but he kept his Apple Watch on. That was a moment, okay? 2, Lauren and Cameron's reveal. Should have been 1. Lauren and Cameron are the reason why we fell in love with this show in the first place. Y'all better give them their flowers. They should have been number 1. But number 1 was Jessica telling Jimmy that he's gonna need an EpiPen when he sees her, okay? Now that was a moment too, but not number 1. And why didn't y'all put Carlton and Diamond on the list? That was an epic fight, okay? We needed to see a clip of that. So next we are on to Devon and Virginia. Nick says that he thought when Devon signed that prenup, the marriage was a go. So he asks Virginia what made her change her mind. Virginia says that she was still very conflicted. Even though she did get there emotionally with him, the love was there. She realized that they weren't in alignment on some very important things. And Vanessa's like what, girl? What weren't y'all in alignment on? Virginia says that Devon was very reluctant to talk about his core values on camera. And to this day, she still doesn't feel comfortable about saying what he believes in. But she said, let me tell y'all what I believe in. Okay, number 1, I support the LGBTQ community. I am pro-choice, okay? I believe that different religions should be valued and we all have different ways of communicating with God, like different languages. She said, look, I had a diverse group of people at the wedding. I had some Muslim family members at the wedding, okay? And before Devon even opened up his mouth, I was like, okay, so Devon believes the opposite of all of the things that Virginia just listed. I don't care if we didn't hear him say it. Don't get in the comments talk about, did he say that? Did he say that? Use your critical thinking skills. Use your context clues to understand that those are the core values that they were not aligned on, okay? Which would mean that Devon believes the opposite of the things that she listed, okay? Okay. And then he pretty much confirms it with his response because he says, look, as a Christian, I can look past certain things and still be with someone and not completely agree on everything. And I still love everyone, no matter how I feel about something. I still love everyone. Yeah, Virginia, you made the right decision. However, y'all should have talked about this stuff in the pods more in depth. Don't come on here next season. You next season people, don't come on here talking about basketball, aliens, and cream pies, okay? Talk about what you need to talk about. Talk about the important stuff. Child, then Virginia said that the night before the wedding, she went to Devon's hotel room and there was a note from his ex-girlfriend on the nightstand. And baby, I said, what? Hold on a second. Hold on, bring it back. What? Are you serious? She says that she was with Devon all day that day and he never ever mentioned meeting up with his ex-girlfriend. Devon is like, I don't see her as my ex-girlfriend, okay? That is not my ex-girlfriend. Well, what does she see herself as, Devon? Anyway, he says that she's one of his best friends. They went to high school together, and the person that she's with is now one of his friends. And he says that the letter was completely innocent. It was just a letter congratulating him on getting married. Apparently, Virginia also met the woman, but Devon never told her that they dated in the past. Devon's mama had to tell Virginia, oh, they used to have a little thing. So, Devon, you calling your mama a liar? Is that what you're doing? Because your mama said it, okay? Virginia didn't get it out of nowhere. Then we get to the check situation. So 3 to 4 days before the wedding, not on the wedding day, but 3 to 4 days before the wedding, Devon's mom asked Virginia if Devon told her about the check that her boss gave to them. It was a $1,000 check. And she says to this day, Devon never mentioned the check, and it was very shady to her. She said it was weird, and it made her have trust issues with Devon, especially because she spoke to him multiple times that day. They slept in the bed together, and he never brought it up. Now, listen, that is shady AF. Devon should have told Virginia about the check, and if they didn't get married, just give the check back and all of the other gifts back to all of the gift givers. Very simple. Why not tell her about the check? Did he think that Virginia was going to marry him just to get access to that $1,000 check? I'm sorry. Is he trying to make sure that Virginia isn't a gold digger? Like, what was the goal here? I'm telling y'all, he used that check and he bought some sneakers with it, okay? We already know what you did with the check, Devon. You don't even have to lie. And didn't I tell y'all that Devon is not a transparent person? You have to dig and pull to get the truth up out of him. When asked why he didn't tell her about the check, he says, oh, well, I was just holding on to it, until we were actually married. And then after we were married, then I wouldn't have to hide things from her. I said, yikes. What? You could have just told her about it and gave the check back if y'all didn't get whatever, Devon. So Virginia says, hold on, not too fast, because that was your birthday weekend. I got you a really thoughtful present, and I put hundreds of dollars worth of gift cards in it to all of your favorite places. She says she included his school colors, his favorite colors, balloons, cakes, everything. And when she got there, she needed help bringing everything up the stairs because she got him so much shit, okay? And she was like, can you help me carry this? And he was like, well, can't you carry it? Come again. I'm here to drop a gift off for you for your birthday. And it's so much stuff that I need help bringing it up. And you're telling me, can't you bring it up yourself? Baby, the way that I would have packed all that shit back up in my car and got the up out of there. Oh, you don't got to worry about me, baby. You do not have to worry about me. She gave you a gift, and not just any gift, a thoughtful gift that shows that she listened to you, a gift that shows that she's paid attention to you when you speak. Everything that I said in my last review that your gift did not do. Giving this girl a damn basketball and jersey with your name on it. Don't piss me off. Please don't. And when he finally came downstairs to help her with it, right? He's like, oh, you could have carried this yourself. Ew, Devon. And this brought me back to the wedding day when Devon's sister was like, you girls, they always do this. They always do this. And then when his mom was like, I thought she wanted a husband. Didn't she want a husband? Yeah, she wanted a husband, but not any husband. Not one like your son. You were hoping that she just wanted anybody, right? Sorry to burst your bubble, baby, but maybe it's time to take another look at your son and brother to find out why girls always do this, okay? He seems like he's the problem. I know that y'all are both mad because now instead of moving in with Devon and Virginia when you get old, mom is either going to have to come live with you or she's going to have to go to a damn nursing home. So I see why y'all upset. And child, all that Devon could say in response to what Virginia just told us was something that sounded extremely rehearsed. He said, I still speak very highly of Virginia. Just because we did not work out and get married does not mean that I resent her. What the hell does that have to do with the story that she just told us about? What? What's your response? He didn't deny it, though. He did not deny that that's what happened, so we know that it's true. Then it gets even more heated because Virginia says that she hasn't felt loved or respected in the past year, and the yelp that she let out when Devon claimed that he still wanted to be with her had me cracking up. Virginia was like, oh! I was rolling. So apparently Virginia was reaching out to Devon and he stopped answering her phone calls. But Devon claims that it's because it would always end up in a heated argument every time they would speak. Let's back up though. Let's back up because I spoke about it before with Virginia when Devon pretty much said that he's pro-life without saying it. And she was like, okay, that's fine when she knows that she's pro-choice. And I told you that you acting a lot like Sarah, Virginia. I said that. If one of the reasons why you didn't marry Devon was because y'all's core values weren't aligned, then why the hell are you reaching out to him after the wedding? For what? Why? Like, what do y'all have left to speak about? Okay, that makes no sense. But she says that Devon has been telling people that she ghosted him when it's the other way around. And Devon claims that that's a complete lie. And both Molly and Madison say, you told us when we were at the bar that she ghosted you. And child, Devon is like, no, I did not. Y'all came up to me. Y'all were very drunk. Y'all were extremely drunk. As if to say that they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And he's like, y'all were drunk, all up in my business, asking me questions that don't have nothing to do with you. But I never said that she ghosted me. They're like, okay, no, you didn't say that she ghosted you. You said that she stopped speaking to you. Okay, so now Devon is playing semantics. All right, okay, I knew I didn't like him. Still don't. Next. So we are with Ben and Sarah, okay? And Ben starts off by addressing what Sarah said about him regarding social issues. Side note, every time I saw Ben on this reunion, he reminded me of a character off of Law and Order. Let's set the scene, okay? It's a party. People are dancing, having a good time. Some people are using substances, okay? Things get out of hand. Somebody drops down. We don't know what's going on, okay? Then we see Ben come out the bathroom and he like, hold on a second. Hold on. What's going on? They're like, yo, Ben, we got to call the cops. So-and-so is laid out. He's like, no, we're not calling the cops, okay? I'm not going to jail for this. We gotta hide the body. I got a full scholarship to Minnesota State or whatever the hell y'all got over there. That is just what Ben is giving throughout this entire episode. Law and Order character, okay? So he says that he is aware that he has grown up privileged, and it's not something that he's proud of, and it's something that he knows that he needs to learn more about. He says that he wanted to be vulnerable in telling Sarah that he hasn't given much thought, and he's embarrassed that it took someone else to make him give those issues a deeper look. And I'm like, yeah, we hear you, but what are your thoughts? What are the thoughts, though? We want to hear them. So Nick asks Sarah why she even accepted Ben's proposal in the first place. Was his lack of awareness on social activism something that she just overlooked, or was it something that she thought she could eventually help him learn and grow into? She says that she believed that he was able to evolve and that he was willing to learn, but once they were actually out of the pods, it never progressed and there was never any curiosity on his end. They then ask Ben about not being able to remember his church's stance on gay marriage, and he's still claiming that he didn't remember because there was never a need to know since it didn't pertain to anyone in his life. And I said, bullshit. Hold up. Didn't you bring one of your friends to meet Sarah who was gay? And didn't you say you had friends who were gay? Hold on, not gay. I mean, who were like that? Did you not? He said that he's been going to that church for years, didn't he? But he still can't remember. Someone go get Ben some ginkgo biloba, okay? Because he can't remember shit, clearly. Anyway, they speak about the girl from TikTok who he also can't remember. And Sarah says that now knowing what she knows, the TikTok drama might actually be true, and it makes a lot of sense to her. So then we find out that after the wedding, Sarah did keep dating Ben. What is wrong with y'all continuing to date men who don't align with your core values? Like, what is that about? Anyway, she says that she was on a travel nurse contract and she had to stay in Nashville for 3 more months before she could move back to Minnesota. Ben knew this and agreed to come to Nashville with her since he worked remotely, okay? They lived together for about 2 weeks after the wedding. He said he would come back with her. They had been planning for it. Everything was a go. Ben said that he was going to fly. Sarah took a 12-hour drive to Nashville, and Ben was supposed to meet her there, okay? Sarah says that when she got to Nashville, she realized that Ben removed her from Find My Friends, and she was absolutely shocked and confused. So she sent him a text like, what's going on? And she says that he sent her 3 very scripted apologies, and she didn't hear from him for a whole month after that, until he reached out because a former cast member told him that it's in his best interest to be on good terms with Sarah so that they can practice answering questions together for the reunion. So they like, who's the cast member? Ben is like, I don't want to know. They're like, Sarah, who's the cast member? She said, Jimmy. Jimmy, yeah, the one who looks like a Bob's Burgers character. Yeah, him. So Ben claims that he was under the impression that they were broken up when she went to Nashville. So Sarah is crazy then. Sarah is absolutely crazy. She's making all of this up. I barely listened to whatever he said after that because you know that it's BS. And when Sarah presses that he wanted to rehearse the questions about social issues for the reunion, you know that little speech that we saw him give? Yeah. He claims that he doesn't remember that conversation either. Ginkgo biloba, okay? Sarah is reminding Ben of all of their conversations, of him saying that he was going to fly there, all the plans that they made, him saying that he can't wait to see her coming home from work in her scrubs. She was telling Lauren and Taylor about it while she was doing the 12-hour drive to Nashville, but Ben claims that they broke up the night before. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We broke up the night before you left, Ben. If you don't shut up, don't piss me off. Ben is gross and scary, honestly. But Sarah says that she was loved bombed by Ben and she fell for it. Sarah, I hope that you learn to stand on business. Whatever business it is, stand on it. And if I didn't say it already, Ben, you full of shit, okay? Next, we get to Joey and Monica. Baby, I did not expect this. I was not expecting this. So both Joey and Monica acknowledge that they weren't upfront about their feelings and neither of them told each other, I love you. And Monica says that she wasn't shown love either, in the sense that Joey didn't touch her and he didn't even want to be close to her. And she says that watching it back felt degrading. She was absolutely embarrassed because she didn't notice that Joey wasn't interested in her romantically until she saw the show. Joey says that they couldn't really get out of their friend zone, and a big part of that was because of Monica's sister, Nicole, and because he wasn't accepted by her sister, that kept him in the friend zone. What? Mr. Skateboard, what you're not about to do is start using your own variation of the sister line, okay? Because if you really liked Monica like that, her sister would not be such an issue. There are plenty of people who cannot stand their brother or sister-in-law and they be all up under their significant other without a problem, okay? Because they love them like that. And if you remember, he used that same excuse on the wedding day as well. I can understand if you're like, I don't feel like our families will mesh because of her sister, but don't say I can't be affectionate with her because of her sister. That doesn't make any sense. Monica says, I can understand Joey gathering information to decide if he wants to get married to me, if he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. But it seems like instead he was gathering information to decide if he even liked me. That's crazy, okay? Watching back the wedding preparation, she says, look, I was having these deep and thoughtful conversations with my friends and family, but Joey, he was just chilling with his friends and throwing footballs. I said that in my review, they were having a damn frat party before the wedding. On top of that, she says when everyone went tubing, okay, and they were still engaged and they met other people from the pods, Joey slid into another cast member's DMs who he had a connection with while in the pods after he saw her. I said, Joey, what is going on? I did not expect that from you, Joey. I did not. So he messaged Madison and he said, I love the pink hair. Wish we could have talked more. I said, oh, child. Joey, that's inappropriate, Joey. That's inappropriate. And to that, Joey says, oh, I was just being friendly. I like keeping in contact with people. But looking back at it now, I can see that it was inappropriate. Joey, don't piss me off, okay? Then we find out that Joey tried to create triangulation between her and Madison by claiming that Madison was trying to come on to him. Joey, you a mess and a half. You really are. When he was the one who DM'd the flirty message to Madison first. So she confronted Madison and Madison completely denied it, okay? When Monica went to Madison and was like, hey, have you been trying to come on to Joey? Madison was like, no. And even on the stage, when they asked her about it, Madison was like, no. Joey, no, baby, I screamed. I screamed when she said that. Normally, I would be like, oh, that's a little mean. But no, he deserved it, especially because when Vanessa asked them if they dated in the pods only or out of the pods, Joey was like, oh, no, only in the pods. Trust me, only in the pods. As if he would not want to date Madison in person. As if he didn't message her, complimenting her when he saw her. Joey, stop. Oh my goodness. So Monica says both her and Madison pulled Joey aside and asked him together. I love that. So it can't be no, oh, he said, she said. No, we're going to ask you together. Okay? Got me moving my mic and shit. Pissing me off. So do you know what Joey said to Monica when she checked him with Madison? He turned to Monica and said, I never said that. He told Monica that he never told her that Madison was trying to come on to him. I'm like, hold on. Nah. Who casted these weirdos? Who casted these people? Is it who I think it is? Is it who I think it is, girl? Don't let her cast nothing else. Don't let her cast anything else. You can see that Joey is getting so nervous because he's getting caught in his lie and he's trying to blame Monica for bringing up Madison and he's trying to double talk and confuse the ladies, but they are on his ass and I don't feel bad for him at all, not one bit. He is gaslighting both of them, which is absolutely disgusting. Baby, the way that Joey's sisters were looking at Monica on stage, I was like, you know what? At this point, clear the stage. Clear the stage. Let these sisters have a brawl at this point because these sisters have been acting a fool all season. Get Devon's sister up here. Get Monica's sister, Nicole, up here. Get Dave's imaginary sister up here and just let them duke it out. I am sick of these sisters. What is going on in Minnesota? Oh my goodness. But Monica and Joey end with saying that they both think that the other person is a great person and they both have a lot to learn and they wish each other the best. And I said, okay, bye, Joey. And I think that it's only right that for the reunion, we get some closing words from Monica's sister, Nicole. Now, she didn't say this, but I would like to believe that this is what she's thinking, okay? Hey, look here, you fucking idiots. You thought that I was a hater, right? Why? Because I said I wanted to get married first? Well, I do. I'm the older sister. I should get married first. That's just how it goes, okay? You think it upsets me knowing that my boyfriend wanted my sister first? Well, he did, okay? He did, but you gotta admit it. I was right about Joey. I told you, I'm a reader. I'm a better reader than Monica. She can't read. She can't read since high school. I don't even know how she got out of there, okay? But I knew the second that I saw his Tarzan-looking ass that he was a fake, okay? So what do you gotta say now? What do you gotta say? Okay, Nicole. You were right, but you still had some haterade up in you. You did, girl, But you were right about Joey. You were right about Joey. So now it is time for Dave and Lauren, okay? And Nick starts this segment off by asking Dave, what's wrong with you? And baby, Dave has been such a train wreck this entire season. I thought he was really asking him, what the hell is wrong with you? I forgot that Dave had asked that question to all of the ladies in the pods. Because I'm really like, what's wrong with you? And I said, if that sister does not bring her ass on this stage or get on a Zoom call or something, she does not exist. I don't care. I don't care. She don't exist. Because at this point, I am convinced that Dave's sister is his alter ego. Okay? Like a little Sasha Fierce or something. That's his alter ego. Period. All right? So he says that his sister's biggest concern was Dave being shown in a bad light, and she struggled watching the season back and seeing Lauren so hurt. Lauren says that watching it back made her aware that in terms of emotional maturity, she is light years ahead of Dave, and Dave agrees. He says, we had a great time. There just was one thing that we couldn't get over. And Lauren was like, we? Not we. You, okay? Apparently, they didn't talk over the past year until about 2 weeks ago. So I'm guessing that Jimmy sent Dave the same text message that he sent Ben, telling them to, make things right for the reunion. But apparently, Dave reached out in regards to clarity that he had gained about the guy who Lauren had hooked up with before coming on the show. So Dave says that he learned a lot about the guy, and pretty much he's a clout chaser. Side note, Dave, what is with that suit color? That is absolutely horrible. It really is. Did your sister pick that suit out for you? It looks a mess. Dave says, I could have done a better job at defending Lauren, but the guy was purposely feeding information to my friends and my sister, knowing that it would get back to me. He knew how it would make me feel. And I'm like, okay, so the guy knew that you were weak and easy to manipulate? Okay, cool. But he says him and his friends all believed the guy up until the last week, but now they all know that everything was fabricated. Vanessa asks Dave if he truly believed those things during the show or if he was just looking for an out. And of course, he claims that he wasn't. He loved Lauren and he put all his feelings out there and it all came crashing down on him. And that's why people say single. Oh, not the woe is me card. It came crashing down because of you, not anyone else. If you stay single because of this, thank you. Thank you to all of the women in Minnesota, okay? But if you stay single, that means that you learned absolutely nothing from this experience. So Nick and Vanessa asked the question, is it possible to have a booty call one night and meet the love of your life the next day? And everyone is like, yes. And I agree. Like I said in my review, I don't know who would expect these people to put their lives on hold in preparation for any reality TV show, especially when you have no idea what the outcome will be, especially when they have 30 people per season and we only see one couple get married. Like, really? Who is going to put their life on hold for this show? Are you supposed to lock yourself in the house waiting for Love is Blind to call you and tell you that you've been selected? That's absolutely ridiculous. And even if you take the show out of it, that means that no one should be hooking up or dating at all, okay? Because you should just be sitting at home in preparation mode for your future spouse. Just sit at home and wait. That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely childish, okay? So Dave says that he regrets listening to his friends and he feels like Lauren is the one that got away. Lauren says, I don't believe it because we ran into each other at the bar and he hasn't said any of this. Side note, why y'all keep running into each other at the bar? This entire cast, y'all keep running into each other at the bar and it seems like it's the bar. Find somewhere else to go. It's too much mess, okay? Too much mess happens. So Nick asks Dave, what was the harm in having Lauren just meet his sister and his friends? Like, what was the harm with it? And Dave says, I did want them to meet her. I really did. I wanted my sister to open up and meet her. But my sister and my friends, they already had their minds made up. I couldn't do anything to change their minds. And Lauren clocks Dave and she says, no. Because remember, you said, if I wanted my family and friends here, they would be here. And I honestly think that everyone is missing the most important part out of all of this. They don't exist. They don't exist, okay? They're made up. They're imaginary. So then we get to the letter that Lauren wrote for Dave's nameless sister. And Lauren says that Dave didn't give the letter to his sister that night because it was still in his jacket pocket when he got back home. So she checked. And he's like, yeah, well, I didn't give it to her that night, but I did give it to her. And she didn't really have much of a response about it because her mind was already made up. Okay, Dave, whatever. Then we see Lauren give Dave some grace. And she's like, I know that people have been saying a whole lot of mean things about you. And I just want to let everyone know that you're not a narcissist and you're not a manipulator. And I don't think that you're a bad person. Now, Lauren, why are you up here defending this man when I am sure that he stood by and listened to his friends and his sister, if they're even real, call you all sorts of names. And we know for sure that he was not defending you. So why are you up here caping for him? Why? Why? Anyway, Dave thanks her for her kind words and he hopes that people learn to stay out of other people's relationships. Dave, that's what you learned? That's what you learned? You're still trying to put the blame on someone else? Child. So next we see Molly confronting Dave about lying to Lauren in the pods by telling her that he never said that Molly was her number one, which he did. We all saw it. And she also says that Dave should have done more to have his people meet Lauren, even if it was off camera. And that's the end of their segment. So Nick and Vanessa, y'all are done. This segment is done. Y'all aren't going to ask him if he thinks that it's healthy to have his sister dictate his entire life or why he made Lauren feel like shit for something that he considered to be completely normal. You're not going to... No, nothing. Okay, let's move on then. So now we are here with Mason, Meg, and Alan and Madison. Child, this scene irritated me. I wish that I could fast forward, but I didn't for you. So did you hit like, comment, and subscribe? Thank you. Oh my goodness. So Mason says that him and Meg tried dating, but it didn't work out, but they did want to remain in each other's lives, and having her is the best thing that has come from this entire experience. They ask Madison what she thinks, and Madison says that she thinks that they're a great match for each other. They're better for each other than if she was with Mason. Then they ask Alex what he thought of Madison in the pods, and he says that watching it back was shocking because it was like she was two different people, one person with him and a different person with Mason. We're going to talk about what's shocking in a little bit, Alex. You just sit tight. We're going to talk about what's shocking because why are you even here? Matter of fact, let's talk about it now. Trigger warning. Trigger warning for SA, okay? So there is evidence all over TikTok of Alex apparently selling alcohol to minors when he was in his 20s and then making inappropriate requests from them, which is absolutely disgusting. He allegedly would throw parties in his 20s and only invite high schoolers. Parties with alcohol. Absolutely disgusting, okay? There are even more allegations with pictures and with proof. It's all over TikTok, all over YouTube. And these claims were made way before he was even casted on the show. There were posts made about him in Facebook groups, which have since been deleted, all right? All of this is alleged, but there's a lot of proof out there. So if y'all knew about the post made on TikTok with the girl talking about Ben and y'all had enough time to film a little skit of Sarah pretending to be shocked that she just found the post, then y'all had to have definitely seen these because these were out way longer. Y'all made a statement about casting when everyone was complaining about how boring this season was, but no statement about this? Not at all? And y'all still have him at the reunion. Like I always say, if y'all are going to continue to come on these shows, a background check is the very first thing that you need to do when you get your devices back. Because clearly, the person who's doing the background checks for Love is Blind is Devon's pig, okay? Because what? Child, let's get back to this show. So Mason says that Madison would say very validating things to him, and then she would be validating Alex as well. And I'm like, kind of like you did with Madison and Meg, right? Okay. So Madison says that she had different relationships with each guy because things changed so drastically, and she reminded Mason that he experienced the same thing himself. And she says that she doesn't fault him for anything. That's when Meg jumps in and she was like, hold up, because I just saw you do an interview and you called Mason manipulative. And Madison says that that's how she felt. She says that she can sense that Meg had a stronger connection with Mason. And since she had a stronger connection with Alex, she started pulling away from Mason. And because Mason felt her pulling away, he told her that he was committed to her, but he was still dating Meg, which we did see, all right? And Madison says that her and Meg even discussed it, and they confirmed that Mason was saying the same thing to the both of them. But she did apologize to Meg for, speaking for Meg. Remember that scene when she was like, I told Mason that, oh, you probably lost Meg too. And I was like, girl, why did you even say that? But she says that she still felt manipulated. Mason says that he only committed to Madison because he felt pressured to do so. Madison says, I didn't force you to say that. He was like, I didn't say you forced me. I felt pressured. Then apparently they met up at a bar and Mason apologized to Madison, but he's saying that she took that apology out of context. Apparently he apologized for not seeing the true person that she was. Something like that. Child, Meg says that she doesn't understand why Madison is so upset about this Mason thing when she had no intention of being with him, and her pick was Alex. Madison is pissed because she feels like she's getting a lot of flack for the same thing that Mason did. He had feelings for two people. I had feelings for two people. Then they tag Alex in, and he says that he feels like Madison was manipulative. Alex, again, why are you here? Why are you speaking? Okay, child. He still doesn't see why she's so upset about the situation. Madison reiterates that she was hurt about the breakup. And I'm watching this entire scene like, oh my goodness, please can I hit fast forward? I wanted to skip this whole scene so bad. So let's keep going. Madison and Alex, they go back and forth about Alex talking shit about Mason. Then we see Madison, she pulls out some screenshots and I'm like, girl, these screenshots better hit because I've seen this stunt before and the receipts have been lacking. They have been lackluster, okay? So in the text message, we see Alex telling Madison that Meg and Mason are dating, and he put the skull emojis about them wearing their reveal outfits when they met up. Okay, so clearly they're both joking about Mason and Meg getting together. Clearly they're laughing, they're doing the melting emojis. It's a little shady, okay? But Alex says that he told her things in confidence and now he looks like the bad guy. So now he's only going to say nice things to Madison, which is kind of an admission that he's been saying some not so nice things in text messages to Madison about other people, okay? Then Meg calls out Madison for acting like she broke up with Alex in the pods when we all saw that he broke up with her. Remember when Madison came back in the women's quarters and she was like, I'm just going to go home because like this just isn't the place for me. No, Alex dumped you, okay? I think what it boils down to is Madison showed her ass in the pods. Alex showed his ass out of the pods. Mason, you're not in the clear either because one could definitely see you telling Madison that you're committed to her while still dating Meg as manipulative, right? I feel like y'all were all showing y'all ass during this experience. But just the same way that we spent way too much time on these people that had us in the pods for 76 episodes, we just did it again at the reunion. And then as if things weren't annoying enough, they have a little sock bin challenge in honor of Monica's family's sock bin. They each get a sock, throw it in the bin, a waste of time, okay? So next we see AD and Ollie, all right? They come out, they give us an update on their lives. AD has a new podcast and we see them doing a little promo for the perfect match, okay? So they're on the beach and then we see them walking a bit further. It's not over yet. And we see Ollie propose to AD. It was a very beautiful proposal, okay? Very beautiful. Virginia is crying. Vanessa is crying. I am absolutely happy for the both of them. We have watched both of their journeys, okay? So congratulations to AD and Ollie. And if you don't know who those people are, I reviewed both of their seasons. So go scroll back and take a look. So they say that Love is Blind definitely helped them to have deeper conversations while on the perfect match. They don't disclose if they won, but we at least know that they end up together, okay? But Ali is from the UK, so I'm guessing maybe he moved to the US or did AD move to the UK? Either way, congratulations to the newly engaged couple, all right? So we learned that the next season of Love is Blind will be in Denver, Colorado. I just want to know when y'all gonna come to New York City. That's what I want to know. I want to see New York City. I want to see Miami, something like that, okay? Child, so then they bring out a bunch of instruments and they have their own little fam jam session. And all I could think about was, and now it's time to say goodbye. It made me so excited to see all the instruments. Y'all, that was the end of season 8. That was the reunion. Tell me all of your thoughts. Did you enjoy the reunion? Were you surprised by anything? I was definitely surprised about Joey, child. I was definitely surprised. Nothing else really surprised me. Again, congratulations to AD and Ollie. What else, y'all? Make sure if you have that dream, that goal, you get started on it, okay? Thank you again for rocking out with me for season 8. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. I hope y'all stick around because we got a lot more content coming. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. And I cannot wait to see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much, y'all. Bye.
Roxiie says we're gonna